Lenny, winds of 100 miles per hour around the center of circulation. It is centered 205 miles south of Kingston, Jamaica, moving toward the east-southeast, in other words, away from the U.S. at 10 miles per hour. Let's check out Hurricane Lenny. There's a look at the Florida Peninsula, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti. There's Puerto Rico. So this is the Caribbean Sea. This is Hurricane Lenny with good outflow and good prospects of strengthening over the next several hours. Now, eventually, Lenny could be picked up by the trough over the eastern U.S. and move toward the northeast. But right now, Lenny is moving more toward an easterly with a slight southeasterly tangent to its movement. As we get a little bit closer, you can see good outflow, pretty good symmetry to Lenny. There's a look at Haiti and the Dominican Republic, where we do have some concerns about hurricane force conditions along the southern coastline. The biggest threat right now with Lenny, heavy rainfall for Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and the island of Jamaica. Very good symmetry, and you can see a lot of storminess involved, very heavy rainfall in the Caribbean. So as this moves toward a general easterly direction, we're concerned with Puerto Rico by Wednesday, Tuesday night going into Wednesday, because if this starts moving toward the northeast, Puerto Rico could be in for a very rough time as we go into that time frame. Otherwise, we do have hurricane watches in effect for the south coast of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, as well as Jamaica. Tropical storm warning in effect for Jamaica, and you can see the projected path toward Puerto Rico. This is Puerto Rico by Wednesday morning, late Tuesday night, going into Wednesday. Now your forecast.
Center, sponsored by Haynes.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. People on the south coast of Haiti are being asked to move to higher ground tonight. Haiti and the Dominican Republic are already saturated from recent rain, and it's feared Hurricane Lenny will cause disastrous flooding. Let's take a look at the latest coordinates on Hurricane Lenny. As of 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, 15.2 north, 73.0 west, or 315 miles southwest of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Sustained winds now have decreased. 100 miles per hour earlier this morning, down to 85 this afternoon, now down to 80 miles per hour, and it has slowed down slightly, moving to the east at 14 miles per hour. We still have hurricane watches up for the south coast of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and also now we have hurricane warnings up for Puerto Rico and the U.S. and the British Virgin Islands. Joining us now from the expert desk is Dr. Steve Lyons with a closer look at Hurricane Lenny.
Well, thanks, Paul. And keep in mind, those hurricane warnings have now been hoisted for the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. That means hurricane-force winds could occur within the next 24 hours. So be prepared for some strong winds, especially if you live in higher elevations. But the thing we're most concerned about tonight is the rainfall potential. Very, very large rainfall. Let's look at the latest satellite imagery very closely here. You can see that I've got a couple of things drawn on here that I'll put on, and the real tropical cyclone will show up here. We have a sort of a facade out in the front here that I've circled, which is a huge area of very heavy rain, and that's going to precede the system. Matter of fact, this rain area may not remain intact like it is right now. Looks like a mirror image of the primary circulation that's indicated by the circulation symbol there, the hurricane symbol. The system has been moving ever so slowly to the southeast. Now it's rounding the corner. Now it's moving more eastward, and it's going to head off toward the northeast, toward Puerto Rico, over the next 24 to 36 hours. Keep in mind there's a large swath of rainy area that's not just going to encompass Puerto Rico, but also all along the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and also upstream toward Dominican Republic. That's just off the screen there to your left. So we're still anticipating that the rainfall will be the primary impact element here, and we're still worried about that for especially the higher elevations or any low-lying areas that are near streams or rivers. So be very, very careful that there's going to be quite a bit of rain. Now, it's slowed down just a little bit. We anticipate that the motion will be fairly systematic off to the east-northeast. Now, whether or not it turns to the right or the left is rather critical relative to the strongest winds, but there's no question Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, and at least the eastern half of the Dominican Republic are going to get some pretty strong winds and some very, very heavy rain out of the thing. So be very, very careful with that rainfall. Now, what's the timing on this? Let's look at our swath here. You can see that what we've got going here is that by Wednesday morning it's going to be almost on the front edge of Puerto Rico if our forecast is reasonable. By Wednesday evening it'll be clearing the coast, but keep in mind that's the circulation center. Well before the circulation center gets there, we're talking about tomorrow evening, we're going to already have had quite a bit of very, very heavy rain along the Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic coast there, so be very, very careful of what precedes the tropical cyclone. And with that, let's get back to the studio with Paul.
Thanks, Dr. Lyon.